imposingly. But that's threatening, isn't it? It threatens the nature of those who swap stories on what they cooked for dinner, the film they saw at the weekend, the latest true crime documentary. I work at a design agency, in the copywriting department. I close my eyes. A stepping stone, I always used to say. But there is nowhere left to step. The specks of rain ricochet onto my face and I smile. An ambulance roars in the distance and a man's coarse voice rises in the street outside. I take a deep breath and taste nothing but the expelled fumes from a passing car. I open my eyes and lean forward to close the window. I see Emily walking up the street, her slight frame shielded by a large umbrella, her incongruous red wellies flicking dirt into her path. She has her tan legs exposed in a short denim dress. A charming brown coat skims her figure and long brown hair emerges, clutching her face like a web. I sink back behind the curtain. The familiar jingle of Emily's heavy keychain and the rattle of the key. A sharp slam of the door and a fuss to get her wet wellies off. She'll leave them in our shared hallway, as she always does when it rains. I've laid paper out for her before, but she misses, leaving them inches from the edge. I choose not to think it's deliberate, but I know people like her, entitled and uncompromising. She trudges up the stairs and I risk a peek around the corner of my door. The red wellies lie on their side, mud mixing into the shabby carpet and flicked up the small table we use for our post. I put my door on the latch and tread carefully into the hallway, stand up the wellies and place them on a spread newspaper. Emily won't know. She won't care. I glance at the post on the table. She didn't take hers up. I can see a letter in a slim white envelope with her name and address scrawled in curly handwriting. Not important to her. Nothing is. I take the letter, walk up the staircase quietly and place it on her tattered doormat where she won't be able to miss it. I stoop carefully back into my flat and close the door. I walk across the small lounge and into the kitchen area. I bend down and pluck a lasagna from the freezer and turn the oven on. Emily flicks on her TV and the noise drones down as if escaping her. She is heavy-footed, and I can hear her move from room to room, the various sounds that she is home. The snap of the fridge door, the flush of the toilet, the phone calls. Noises designed to cover her loneliness. Well, it won't work, I say aloud. She won't hear me. The smell of tomato and basil sifts through the ceiling and settles on my taste buds. She plonks down in front of the TV and the sofa shifts forward, the TV turned up. She's placed her phone on the floor and I can hear the dense vibrations directly above me, taunting me. I look up and catch myself in the lounge mirror, my face scrunched and deep frown lines clawing my forehead, my pale complexion a host to dark purple circles under my eyes. My sandy blonde hair is knotted into two plaits resting on bony shoulders. I sob, but I can't hear myself above the deep static tones of Emily's television. As with her, noise is more important right now, and I let the tears drift away and place my lasagna in the oven. I slip my phone out of my bag and see the familiar missed calls, my mum and my sister. They'll be worried. I text the group family chat saying I'm fine. My mum sends a hug emoji back, followed by, "Shall we call later?" I wince at the thought and type back, "No, I've got some work to do. Maybe tomorrow." She won't take it personally, but she'll worry. I look up. I need for her not to come here. It will break me if she does. Noise I don't need. Can't fit in right now. I type again. "We'll video chat. It'll be nice." I look around again. I won't video chat with her here. It can't be here. Emily gets up and moves to the kitchen. I hear the movement of cutlery, plates clattering in the sink, the pots edged up to the kitchen tiles. I wonder if she is messy. I think of the wellies in the hallway and smirk. Of course she is. I grab my new version of a Joe Hill novel, the spine sharp and fresh, the front cover smooth and unmarked. There are no memories in this, I think, and I revel in that for a moment. My timer chimes to get the lasagna out of the oven, just as Emily strides over to the TV and switches it off. Her phone is vibrating aggressively, and then it stops. Her voice, shrill and keen, laughs again. I wish I knew what was so funny. The high voice, the giggles, the long, drawn-out sentences can only mean she's talking to a guy. I've heard men up there. I'm never sure if it's the same man.